Hey y'all, Tanya Brewington here. I'm the CEO and founder of Courageously Alive. And so I want to come back and talk to you again about beliefs. You know, if you've been paying attention to the last few weeks of the conversations that I've been sharing, you know I've been talking a lot about beliefs and why it's so important that you think about what you believe and because the truth is beliefs will actually impact what you allow to happen, what opportunities come into your life, what you take advantage of, and what you choose to let go by the wayside because you don't believe it's possible for you to do or to have. And the reason I keep suggesting that you observe your beliefs, you think about it, is because when you have a dream or you have a goal or you have something in your life that you really want to see happen, what will determine whether or not you can accomplish it is your belief system. And we tend to think, nah, it's a lot of hard work. Yeah, it's just about who you know. It's about whether or not I can get access to that opportunity. But the bottom line is, if you don't believe that you can actually do it, if you don't believe the opportunities exist for you, if you don't believe that the thing that is actually your heart's desire is possible, you may want to do it, but you don't think it's possible, then you'll never allow yourself to accomplish that thing. So let me give you some examples of some things, and I want you to think about what this could represent to you. Because the other piece of it is, if you're noticing that there is something that you really want to see happening in your life, I see this little background. There's something that's really you want to see happening in your life, but you notice that every time you say you want something to happen, it just doesn't happen. It just seems like your heart's desires never happen. Then you want to observe your beliefs. So, like I said, I'm going to give you these 3 examples, and I want you just to think about what they represent to you, whether or not it's something you believe could happen for you, and what you would do if you had the opportunity. Now, I'm going to share stories with you from people who are in my community. And you guys know I'm a coach, I'm a consultant. I also have friends, I have family, I have people that I have a mentor, but these are people who are in my circle who've, especially some of the customers and the clients that I have, who are sharing things that are going on in their world, and they talk about how they've had to elevate their thinking in order to have these things happen in their lives. So the first example is one person that I know has a daughter who is 6 years old, who was studying the Eiffel Tower in school. And for her birthday, she wanted to go see the Eiffel Tower because that's what they're studying in school, and she's fascinated by this thing. And so this person took her whole family, including her daughter, to see the Eiffel Tower for her birthday, because they wanted her to have the experience of being a global citizen and to actually know what it's like to have an idea or a thought and to realize this thing is real in such a way that not only is it real, but it's possible for you to go and to have that particular experience because it's something that you think is important. Example number 2. This person decided that in their home, what they really wanted was a custom designed piece of furniture, because when they went out looking for furniture for their home, they didn't find anything that reflected their personality and their style. They didn't find anything that really fit in their space in a way that allowed it to still be reflective of who they were. And 3, they just felt like, well, you know, I don't want to have mass-produced stuff. I really want something that is unique and different, and so I'm going to hire someone to design this for me, and it's a custom design piece that I can always talk through. And number 3, again, related to the home. But I have another person who sat through and looked at the process of everything they're doing to support their life and their business and the work that they do and their family. And in that process, they decided, you know what, for everything that's going on, what doesn't make sense for me is to spend my downtime cleaning up, to spend my downtime cooking everything. And so what they chose to do, instead of having to do it all themselves, is to hire a service to come in and do cleaning for them on a regular basis so that they could really invest their time and their energy into growing what they're growing, into making sure the work that they do is truly, truly, truly taken care of well as having a home that is peaceful, that is clean, that is orderly, and that allows them mental space, mental clarity, so that they can actually operate in their zone of excellence with ease. Now, the question for you is, what would you do? If you had this opportunity, would you take advantage of the opportunity? Or would you say, I don't need to do that. That's not that big of a deal. It doesn't take all that. You know how sometimes we go back and we say, well, you don't have to do all that. You could just do a little bit. You don't have to do all that just to do what you do. But the question about this is, does the action, or do the actions that you take really allow you to live the life that you have said you wanted to live? What I mean is, if you decide that you want your child to be a global citizen, what does that look like? What would it look like if you could have the opportunity to do anything with this child and have them experience the world? When they had a need and they wanted to go out and see the Eiffel Tower, or they wanted to see the Tower of Pisa, or they wanted to see the Sphinx in Egypt, would you take your child to do it? Or would you think, all you have to do is just read books, you don't have to go see that? And if you're saying no, the question is, why? Why wouldn't you do it? What is it that you believe about yourself, about your life, about what's possible, that would prevent you from doing it? If you had the opportunity, you have your own personal space, and you know that in your home, you really want your home to be a reflection of who you are, what would it take to do that? What would it look like for you to allow your home and your space to truly be a reflection of who you are in all areas of that life? And then for the third example I gave you, what do you do with your time? And are you really taking advantage of what's available to you so that you can really hone in and spend that time and that focus on the things that you hold near and dear, which may not be cleaning house. I mean, for some people, that's a really great thing. For other people, they're like, there's better things I could do than just clean my house all the time. And so, would you spend the money? Would you take the time? Would you believe that it's possible, or it's important enough for you to consider having someone come in and help you so that you can focus in on the other things that you deem important? What do you believe? And so what I'm interested in hearing here, or I want to see, is in the chat. I want you to talk to me. What is it you believe? And what are those things that you are willing to do that support the life that you say that you want, that support the life that you say that you want to live, and that holds up and mirrors the values and the principles that you want your life to reflect? What is it? Do you know? Have you ever thought about it? And if you haven't, I want you just to take a moment and think about it, and then put something in the chat. Now, if you really want to have more of a deeper conversation, then I invite you to join the group, because I'm going to keep talking about this, because this is one of those really, really, really important topics. And if you really want to have a life that you love, if you want to do the things that you say you want to do, you have to be willing to observe what you believe, and to believe higher, to believe more. Believe that more is possible for you in your life. All right? Bye for now. This is Tanya Brewington, CEO and founder of Courageously Alive. Respond in the chat. Join my group. I'll see you again.